Adam and Eve messed up by giving up the authority in the earth. Come here, can we talk this a minute? Because before you messed up, I gave you dominion over everything. But when you messed up, then you gave up dominion, and the only way you can get it back is I got to sign a document with you. Come here, Jesus. Jesus says now, the way we're going to work this thing, now remember now, I don't have time, I don't have a lot of time, but if you look at Deuteronomy 28 and you find out that he goes back and forth and he said, if you do this, I'll do that. If you do this, I'll do that. If you do this, I'll do that. Come on, can we talk this a minute here? And what he's saying is that I've got to, in order for me to take you into the promised land, I've got to be able to know that you're going to keep your side. So I need to have a document or a covenant. Come here, 10 commandments. That's why we have the 10 commandments, because now I have a covenant that you will keep. Now if you keep this covenant, then I'm going to do that. Now let's get back to the story. Jesus says, here I am the one that now is instituting the covenant. Now guess what? You couldn't keep the first covenant and you can't keep this one either. You can't keep this one, because that's why I had to be both fully God and fully man. I think the singer said that Jesus had to talk to himself. And so in order for him to make sure that we could keep the covenant, he had to be fully God and fully man, so that when he signed it, he could keep it. Help me, God. Oh my God, because he's the only one that could keep what? The covenant. Now, the fact of the matter is that you and I can never keep the covenant. That's why we hook up with our big brother Jesus. So in order for me to work with the covenant, I hook up with my big brother Jesus, and grace is what keeps me from having to track back with blood on my footsteps going back to the altar, always with blood, because they have slung around all of the sacrifice that had to get me to be able to come back over and over again with the same sacrifice in the covenant. So Jesus then says, I'm the one that's going to institute the cup. I know some of y'all ain't going to keep it, but I'm the one that's going to be able to keep it on both sides. And what you need to do is just continue to have faith in me. Covenant. So what is our covenant together? Our covenant together is to change lives in our lifetime. Here is what we say we're going to do. We said that we are going to turn this world upside down. Isn't that what we said we're going to do? And we're going to say it with the help of Christ. So every year, we are intentional about having covenant night. Help me, God. So that we can be reminded of the covenant that he laid out for us. And the covenant that we now have with what? One another. Is somebody going to betray the covenant? That's why you've got to be determined that you got to carry it out. Last thing, there it is, 23. They began to do what? Question among themselves. Which of them it might be who would do this? In other words, to flip the script is not to say who's going to do it, who's going to betray us, but the other way is who's going to really carry it out.